Treavor, Vintage Collector, here with another video. So, today I've got a trade, a gift, and a little adventure to a new card shop. So, I'm going to start with the card shop. I stopped into a place today, and I've always kind of seen it around in my internet searches when I Google a card store near me, and it comes up. And I've seen some pictures of it, and it kind of looked, like there was a lot of stuff there. More than cards. A lot of collectibles. The place was called WNY Collectibles, which stands for Western Europe Collectibles. So I had some time today, and I stopped in there. And man, I will tell you, I am so glad that I did. I met the owner. His name's Joe. His son, Anthony. Joe is the nicest guy in the world. He really is. And right off the bat, I mean, you just can't help it. Like, when we struck up a conversation, we talked for probably about half an hour about the hobby, and just such an honest guy. And it's reflective in his pricing and the way that he does business and the way he talks business. I will definitely be back at this store when I have more time. I'm going to pop up some pictures and talk as we go. I took some pictures while we were in there, or while I was in there. And, I mean, it doesn't do it justice. There is so much other stuff. I mean, there were boxes of cards everywhere. Stuff in the case, priced really well, and just a nice selection. He had a lot of vintage stuff. He had a lot of stuff from the 80s and 90s. He had all sports. He had toys. He had starting lineup figures. He had statues, bobbleheads. I mean, you name it, and it was there. Again, I'm just going to kind of cycle through some of the few pictures that I did take. Really cool store. This is a place I could get lost in. I did almost buy an old boxing magazine. He had a whole bunch of stuff. It was from 1971. It kind of did a little profile on each heavyweight boxer, right up till 1971. So Tunney and Dempsey were in there, who are two of my favorites. I was really close to buying it, but I saved it. I am in like a holding pattern right now after, the Strongsville show. I'm not really buying too much. So, however, with that being said, one of the things I'm doing is rediscovering my collection that I have. And one of the new projects that I want to do is try and go through my 80s cards, all manufacturers, all years. And I'm going to make a Franken set. Never done it before. And this is something I've seen on other channels, and I was just talking about it in a nice little group chat with one of my group chats. And one of the things we talked about, because I'd like to do an 80s one, I'd like to do a 90s one, and then I'd like to do one of all the 2000s. And I have plenty of cards to do that, and I want to try and construct 3 Franken sets. And one of the things was, well, you got to get binders for those sets. Well, while I was at Western Europe Collectibles, I asked Joe, I said, hey, do you have any binders for sale? He said, sure. So he shows me 2 of them, and they are in really good shape. I mean, here's one, really good shape, and yep, you're looking at it, $3. These are pretty expensive online, and it would take a lot of money to get the amount of binders that I need, but I was able to find 2 of these, and they are in great shape. $3. So it was for $6. I said, it can't go wrong. I am definitely doing that. So, Joe, thank you very much. I really love this store, and I will be back and be purchasing some stuff. So that was the exploration to the new store. Second thing I got was a gift from Treavor over at Blue Collar Cards. Sent me a nice little note. He sent me a couple of decals of his channel, which is really cool. They will go up on that back wall with the rest of them. And then he sent me 4 cards that I needed for my 1965 Philadelphia War Bulletin set. So this is a non-sports set. It is about World War II, which is right up my alley. And he actually sent me the first card that kind of got me hooked on this, and it was a Battle of the Bulge card. All right, sorry about that. Got interrupted there. These are World War II cards. You can see there's kind of like a little, almost like a news article on the back. So this one right here is Unseen Death, Bougainville. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This one, Help Medic, for someone that's been wounded. Again, pretty cool. Medic set up shop in the middle of jungle. And then he sent me this one right here, Man-Made Earthquake in Okinawa. There's the Marines. So that was cool. And then the other one he got, Flush Them Out. And this is in Saipan. So very cool. Trevor, thank you very much. He's the one that kind of got me started on this set, and I love it. I'm about halfway there in that set. So those are those from Trevor. Very nice. Thank you very much, my friend. And then the last thing I did was a trade. So on Trading Card Database, I kind of do everything on Trading Card Database. I track all my cards there. I put everything in. And someone reached out to me, and he was a big Quebec Nordiques fan, and I had a Quebec Nordiques card of Bob Basson. It was a black ice. It just kind of sitting in there. Doesn't really mean too much to me. I just had it. And he actually offered me a trade. And it was definitely heavily in my favor. And I am putting together the complete set of the 25-26 Tim Hortons, Upper Deck Tim Hortons hockey set with all of the subsets to go with them. And what he did was he traded me 5 goalie etching cards, which look like this. And that is really cool. So that added to my stockpile of the goalie etching. So 5 for 1. I mean, you can't go wrong. Those are cool cards. Awesome. So that was kind of out of the blue and unexpected. That's really all I got. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Just an average guy showing some average cards. Thanks.